Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Well, you can't see us, but welcome, race fans! It's the Hammer Down Racing Report.
Scott, wait a minute.
What?
I've got some friends that watch this that aren't necessarily race fans. They're not welcome?
You're gonna make me change my opening thing?
Well, yeah.
Welcome, race fans and other people.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Hammer Down Racing Report,
We'll figure it out.
part of the Evergreen Podcast Network, show number 337 for Thursday, June 27th. Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter from the Dominator Race Product Studio. Welcome to the show. Tonight, we'll be speaking with Ohio Sprint Speedweek champion for this year, Mr. Cap Henry.
You know, considering he had a kind of a sluggish start, he kind of made up for it in that 9 days.
Not too bad, yeah. Also on the show, we'll be giving away Big D's pizza with how many?
Ooh.
Still going, even though I believe the change in ownership has happened, but Dean Henry's still involved with all that, and he's still going to make the pizza giveaways
all right
happen. So, and I've had Big D's pizza like 2 weeks in a row now. My brother had one a couple weeks ago, so he redeemed his last week.
Ooh, did you get any of it?
I did.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm okay when my brother wins, but it's it's not fixed, I promise.
That was that other Hammer guy?
That was that one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be doing how many a little bit later on, and we're going to be doing that video game design for the race car. I guess time's running out on that.
Okay.
And we'll talk more about that when we do the commercial there for DCR Graphics. But if you are interested in this Hammer Down Dirt Track Racing game and you want a custom car designed for the game, which can be based off an existing real-life car, or it can be just a whole new design. You don't have to have a car to get it designed. Type in hashtag DCR, just like this, to win that Hammer Down Dirt Track Racing game car design, courtesy of DCR Graphics. And
a $20 value.
$20 value. And if you don't win, you can still get one for $20. You'll be in the game. The game's supposed to come out in November, and we're going to have the developer on probably in November during the off season, just before the game comes out.
Oh, cool.
And I think he said we're going to give some copies away, too.
Ooh.
So that would be pretty cool. But time is running out to get your car designed for that, because with that release coming up, I guess Dale's got to get those designs submitted here soon. So we'll tell you when the deadline is for that. But for tonight, hashtag DCR in the comments of our Facebook Live or YouTube Live, and you will have a chance to win that car design for free. Got to mention Dittman Motorsports, the official Hoosier racing tire dealer for Northwest Ohio. He's got any kind of race car service that you need, otherwise known as Ron Miller Race Cars East.
Yeah.
Bodywork parts, call Mr. Dittman at 419-283-8580. He might give you setup advice.
I'm sure he will. Craig's a good guy.
He is a guy. He does help out a lot. I was a little disappointed that he was helping out everybody at the track, I think last weekend or the week before.
Oh.
I was like, don't tell everybody what to do. Come on, help me out. So anyway, the entire month of June, Magic Moment Entertainment. Well, you only got 3 days left.
Yeah.
3 or 4 days left. Magic Moment Entertainment Wedding DJ Service will take $100 off the normal price when you book a wedding reception and you mention the Hammer Down Racing Report. So if you do that within the next few days, you'll save $100. Magic Moment Entertainment is a national award-winning DJ service that's been in business for over 30 years. If your ceremony is in the same venue as your reception, there's no additional charge for ceremony music. Ron Burt, he works with contracts and carries liability insurance, no charge for mileage or dance floor lighting, covers the entire states of Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Kentucky. He will go to Australia for additional charges. Minimal charges of like 20, 30, 40,000.
Like business class airfare.
Yeah, all that stuff. But yeah, for more information, 419-594-2261, and that number should start scrolling at the bottom of the screen here eventually. He's currently booking for weddings this year, next year, and 2026. And don't forget to mention the Hammer Down Racer Report for that $100 off. And freeze frame photos. No need to mention the Hammer Down Racing Report there because photos 4x6 is just $1. at the track. Same price for the past 14 years, I do believe, if not longer. I think they've always been like $1. I remember $1 when I was a kid.
Ooh.
Maybe 50 cents. I don't remember.
Yeah.
That was too long ago. From action shots to victory lane, custom print. They do custom print magnets, can koozies, tumblers, and all kinds of other gift items. They had some cool little fluorescent design framed photos. They can do some cool little designs for you. I told him he needs to have like neon lights in that.
Yeah.
He might be able to do that. Now somebody's going to ask him for it. It'll be my fault. He's going to yell
like
at me.
a mini glow stick.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they were kind of like that. That would have been perfect. But, yeah, he's got all kinds of cool stuff. If he's got photos of your car or photos of your favorite car or whatever, get with him. He can put together something really cool as far as a gift item for a race fan in your family there. And still doing those kids' nights at Oakshade Raceway where the first 50 kids get a free 4x6 photo of their choice, or 100 kids or 150 kids if he gets 3 sponsors, depending on the number of sponsors. It goes up there. Call Charlie, 419-407-6994. Freeze frame photos, special moments frozen in time. Also, thanks to Dominator Race Products, DCR Graphics, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, and, of course, the official drink of the Hammer Down Race Report, Victory Fuel.
The Lucky Lemon folks.
The Throttle Punch folks.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds more violent, so I got to go with that. Lucky Lemons, too. Lucy Lou.
There's nothing wrong with getting lucky.
How about we do our racing roundup?
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll get to Cap Henry here in just a little bit. A lot of racing news to get to, too, but that'll be coming up a little bit later.
Racing Roundup.
So, Attica Raceway Park, Friday night. Cap Henry picking up the win there in AFCS 410 sprint action. Rusty Schlink picking up the win in Attica Oakshade late model feature race action. That was his 5th win of the year there at Attica.
Wow.
Jamie Miller picking up another win in AFCS 305 action. Lima Land canceling Friday night because of the heat. And if you remember last week's how many were going to cancel because of the heat? They were the only one.
They were it.
So if you guessed one,
everybody else shuffled a lot.
A lot of time shuffling, yes.
Yeah.
But the actual thing was they had to cancel because of the heat. So a lot of people did guess one. So we have a Big D's pizza wheel to spin tonight.
Lots of slices.
Lots of slices.
Okay.
Oakshade Raceway on Saturday. Devin Shields picking up the Oakshade Attica late model win, and Steve Kester picking up the makeup win. He's won both makeup features this year.
Yeah.
Ian Palmer picking up his first DCR Graphics Sportsman feature win. Dylan Burt, another Dominator Superstock A main win. Jason Deschler picking up the Compact A main win, and Mark Prather picking up the Compact B main win. And weird, it was only like 21 Superstocks. I've never seen that little.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I guess it was too hot for some
Too
people.
hot.
Yeah. Fremont Speedway. Zeth Sabo picking up the win there with a little interesting finish. I'm sure we'll ask Cap about that. Cap and Zeth making contact there at the very end. But Zeth just looped around and continued on, and poor Cap ended up on his head. So Zeth Sabo picking up the win on Saturday there at Fremont. Jamie Miller, another 305 win, and Sean Valeni picking up the win in the dirt trucks.
First night in his brand new Ron Miller Race Cars truck.
A plug for the Ron Miller Race Cars trucks.
That's terrible.
That's all for Fremont. Sandusky Speedway, the Pure Stocks action. Rich DeWitt winning that. The Renegades, it was Bryant McCoy. All-American Iron, Brandon Bailey, and in the beginner stocks, it was Wayne. I can't read my Anelski. That's what it was.
Okay.
I had to write that down because I got that just before we came on.
I see.
And I can't read my own writing. So those are the winners there Saturday night. Sandusky Speedway, Flat Rock Speedway. Chase Berta, former guest on the show, picking up the ASA CRA Jegs Combo late model feature win. Billy Early picking up the win in the figure eights, and Race Metapedigan in the factory stock 500. I got it right there. Yeah. It flowed right out.
You're amazing now, Scott.
Butler Motor Speedway on Saturday. Eric Swan picking up the street stock shootout win. I believe that was $750 to win, or something like that. Pretty big payout there. Keith Shefford Jr. picking up the win in the 410s. Robbie Henderson in the modifieds, and Corey Gum in the 4-cylinders. Angola Motorsports Park double features Saturday night there. Tanner Jack picking up the win in the late model double features, won both of them. Hunter Jack and Steve Minich Jr. each picking up a modified win. Lee Reed and Parker Moyer in the street stocks, and each picking up a win in the front wheel drives was Mason Clark and Derek Simon. Lucas Oil, late model dirt series action, the Firecracker 100 at Lernerville Thursday night. Ricky Thornton Jr. and Jonathan Davenport picking up preliminary wins. Friday night, Drake Troutman and Devin Moran with preliminary wins. And then Saturday night, in the main event, Ricky Thornton Jr. becomes the first back-to-back
What a surprise.
winner of that event there. Congratulations to him. World of Outlaw Case Construction late model series action on Thursday at Thunder Hill. Brandon Shepard picking up the win in that. And that reminds me, Dean Henry sent me a text earlier this week of a picture of a baby, and I don't think there was any context to this, but his head looked like Brandon Shepard's. Really? Yeah, he just sent me. He's like, "Doesn't this look like Brandon Shepard?" I'm like, "Yeah, it does, kind of," but I don't know why he said. That was it. That was the whole conversation.
Something to talk about.
Yeah. So Brandon Shepard picking up the win Thursday. Friday at Ponderosa Speedway, Brandon Shepard. Saturday, Brownstown, Nick Hoffman picking up the win there. Monday at Independence Motor Speedway, Bobby Pierce picked up his 4th win of the season in World of Outlaw Case Construction Late Model Series action. World of Outlaw NASA Energy Drink Sprint Car Series action. Heavy rain. There wasn't any. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, there was. This happened, actually. I think I got a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they watered things a little bit too much there. Or Mother Nature did. I think, what is like 7 inches of rain in 2 days.
Yeah.
So it washed out the entire weekend. Lots of videos of tractors trying to pull out campers and
toters and RVs. Yeah.
It was a pretty ugly scene down there, or up there, I guess, of South Dakota. Husitz is where that was. So the Husitz Hustle has been rescheduled for August 31st and September 1st.
September 1st?
Yeah.
Okay.
August 31st, September 1st. Those back-to-back days. Yeah. Kubota High Limit Racing Series last night. Our guest we'll be talking to a little bit was out there running, as a matter of fact. He didn't do so good.
Oh.
He had issues during his heat race, pulled off, and had to start at the back of the C main. He actually came through the C main, just came up a couple of spots short transfer, though. But Corey Day picking up the win last night at Lake Ozark Speedway. He missed qualifying due to a broken rear end, started 15th in the feature, and picked up the win from the 15th starting position. So a pretty impressive run for Corey Day. ARCA Menards Series action Friday. It was William Swalich that was deemed the winner, I guess. He wasn't the first to cross the finish line. That was Connor Mosak. He jumped the final restart, though, according to officials, so William was awarded the win.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that happens a lot at local tracks. I don't really see that too much in ARCA action or the top series, but that happens. Christopher Bell had a good weekend. Picked up the Xfinity win and the Cup Series win at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Alex Pillow picked up the win out there at Laguna Seca Raceway in NTT IndyCar Series action. I don't know why that's still on there. That can go away. UMP Summer National action going back to last Thursday at Spoon River. Ryan Unzicker, former guest on the show, picking up the win. Tyler Erb Friday at Brownstown, the winner there, another former guest of the show. He also picked up the win Saturday at Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. Lincoln Speedway on Sunday, it was Jason Fager, and Fager was the second week champion. Ooh. Tuesday, things got going this week at Springfield, and Ashton Winger, I believe, isn't he the defending Summer National champion? I think he might be.
Maybe.
at least a former champion there. He picked up the win Tuesday at Springfield. Wednesday at Tri-City was canceled due to heavy rain on Tuesday night and thunderstorms that were
predicted.
Forecast for Wednesday night. That event will not be rescheduled. And finally, Hammerdown Racing Army results. They trickle in. They're trickling. There's a lot. We have a big Army, but I'm not getting all the results here. Again, if you are part of the Hammerdown Army, you have the Hammerdown Racing Report sticker, one of these guys on your race car, and you're reported for duty. Make sure that you submit your results at hammerdownracingreport.com. Click on Hammerdown Army. Scroll to the bottom page. There's a link there with a form you can fill out. Pretty easy to do. Or send me a message. Either way, Karen Van Pelt finished 5th at Palmyra in the box stock lights go-karts. I did not get a report on Bolton Colton, a.k.a. the Morenci Mohawk. John Young just sent me a message.
Maybe it was too hot.
He finished 12th in the, I believe it was the A-main. Yeah, because I remember passing him now I think about it.
Okay.
And the Dominator Superstock A-main at Oakshade. Well, yeah, we only had an A-main, so it had to be that. Grayson Warner finished 11th in that feature, the same one, and I finished 8th in that. And that, I believe, is it for Hammerdown Racing Army results.
Scott, I had a question. Weren't the must-see...
Where did you finish? Do you have a Hammerdown Racing Report sticker on your truck? You're not part of the Army?
I'm not.
Oh, my gosh. Anyways, what were you saying?
Weren't the must-see sprints at Lorraine last week? I didn't see any results on that. Maybe
they might have been. They were.
Maybe an associate producer Dave can help us with that.
Well, last week I reported there was an event there that wasn't this past weekend.
Okay.
They were off this past weekend. There was.
Okay.
It was a leased event at
no,
Lorraine.
I thought must-see was maybe...
They might have been there the previous week.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Associate producer Dave, where was must-see last weekend? And who won?
Why? Who won?
I don't know.
Okay. They were at Owasso. That's right, because we talked.
Okay.
We should remember these things.
So much to remember.
Did talk
Scott.
to Rex Wheeler, my goodness. Yeah. Thanks, Doug Frost. And by the way, Doug's one of the pizza slices in this week's Big D's Pizza Wheel. How about we give... Oh, wait. I got texts here. Breaking news in the show comments. What did I miss? Breaking news in the show. Breaking news. There it is. Hold on. World of Outlaws Case Construction Equipment event at I-94 Speedway has been canceled for tonight.
Not sure where I-94 is, but looking at the weather map this morning, if it's west of here, it's raining.
I can tell you. I-94, Fergus Falls, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. Thank you for that update, Dave. Sorry I missed your text there, but probably a good thing. Now, how about we get Cap Henry on the phone? Does anybody have a problem with that?
No.
No?
I think that's a good thing.
All right. Let's give him a shout out here.
I don't hear it ringing, Scott.
It says it's dialing.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says. There.
Hello, you've reached Cap Henry. Please leave a message and a phone number.
Let's try that again. Yeah, I didn't hear it ring, and it just went straight to voicemail. Hopefully his phone's not dead.
Yeah.
That would make it a little difficult here. I just talked to him this afternoon. He knows we were doing this.
Yeah.
Hello, you've reached Cap Henry. Please leave a message and a phone number, and I'll call you back when I can. Have a good one.
We'll leave him a message, and we'll try.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Cap, it's Scott and Ron from the Hammerdown Racing Report. Where are you, man? I think your phone may have died or something because it went straight to voicemail. Give us a call back at this number as soon as you get this. Thanks. We'll try you back in a little while.
Hey, Dean Henry, if you've got a number, please call him.
He's probably got, well, this is his new cell phone number. I don't know that he's got that. Must-sees at Sandusky on July 24th.
Okay.
According to, so we'll move ahead here just a bit and come back to Cap, because I'm kind of curious to get his take on what happened at Fremont on Saturday as well.
I thought it was two guys going for the same piece of
That's what it looked like from, I watched, the only video I watched was Don Radaball. History Mystery Man. He did a video from out there, and he was shooting from like turn 4. Oh, like right where it happened. So that was the only video I saw of that. But yeah, that'll be interesting. I got to mention Ron Miller Race Cars in Lambertville, Michigan. 734-856-7223. As soon as I get my trailer out of his shop, you can get service for parts. Well, you can get your parts and safety equipment and service, but your service might have to wait till I get that.
Scott keeps challenging me, but he failed again. No challenge.
All right. Everything a racer needs, it's Ron Miller Race Cars, and the late model sold, right?
Traded,
okay.
And if anybody is looking for a really, really nice, extremely low mileage 2014 Skidoo snowmobile, get in touch with me.
It did not look 10 years old. It looks like maybe 2 years old.
Oh, man. It's beautiful. And the gentleman that bought it, and I can't pronounce his last name.
Oh, good. His Metapedigan?
No, it's much worse. His first name is Pat. Anyway, he'll have it out in a few weeks. He's still collecting a few parts, but he's excited.
All right. Where's he going to be racing?
At Oakshade. He lives in that area. And,
okay. Is he going to change the number on it? Or is he leaving?
Scott, I told him if he wants to leave it just that way, and he said he was thinking about that. I told him I'd be honored if he ran it like that. So,
and I was supposed to.
The mail is here.
Well, we'll leave that down.
Oh, Scott.
That means I got email. Dale wanted me to. Yeah, that totally threw me off. Dale wanted me to ask you if it was okay if he designed your 35 late model for the game.
Oh, absolutely.
I figured that wouldn't be a problem.
Absolutely.
I think somebody requested that, so cool.
Either the white one or the green one.
Oh, yeah. That's what they should have.
The green and white
expansion pack with outlaw late models.
Yeah.
Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race. What do we got coming up this weekend? We have double features for the DCR Graphics Sportsman. No, we have double features for the Super Stocks.
Oh, that's something you should remember.
I didn't think I should remember. That's why I remembered that. The Sportsman and Compact double features are the following week.
Not only does it directly involve you, you're the announcer, and you should definitely know these things.
Well,
Scott.
and I didn't update the copy, so that's why I was kind of doing it off of memory.
Okay.
I still have the Oakshade Attica stuff on there. I suppose I could look at our Big D's Pizza racing menu, though, and see that it's right there. Double features for Dominator Super Stocks. Late models, DCR Graphics, Sportsman, Dominator Super Stocks, Compacts, all in action. Gate 704 Racing 7:30 at Oakshade Raceway. And, of course, the big event, the birthday race coming up there, part of the Summer Nationals, the penultimate event on July 13th. Saturday, July 13th. 10,000 to win. Also got to mention DCR Graphics, your vinyl racing graphics provider. They do full wraps, partial wraps, number decals, sponsor decals of just about any kind. They're currently running a special to design a car for a new video game called the Hammer Down Dirt Track Racing game. For $20, you will get your very own late model or modified design. And you can also put in the hashtag DCR in the comments of our Facebook Live for a chance at that design. Save $20 there. But, and you'll be able to drive that virtual car or race against it, or both, whatever, because it's AI and selectable in the upcoming game. The game will feature online and offline gameplay. Call or text Dale at DCR Graphics, 419-308-9523. Check them out at Facebook at facebook.com/DCR Graphics. And don't forget, you can also order your official Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker from them for $5, and they will mail it to you or drop it off at the track, depending on what track you're at and what track he's at.
Yeah, try that phone number again, Scott.
What, now that I've done commercials?
Yeah.
All right, well, we can try again. He may be coming back from Missouri, and he may be in a dead spot.
Oh, yeah.
Since he was there last night. I'm assuming he's coming back here. See if it rings this time. I suppose it'll help if I do that. Hey, we got a ring this time.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Again, Cap Henry, the champion for this year's Ohio Sprint Speedweek. Currently third in AFCS points, fourth in points at Fremont, close second at Attica.
Hello, you've reached Cap Henry. Please leave a message and a phone number.
All right. Maybe he's just getting service, and we'll give him a couple more minutes here.
Yep.
We'll do some racing news here. We have some breaking racing news, as a matter of fact. Wait. This calls for this. Also because that gives me time to pull up the email I got with it. There it is. All right. So the breaking news, ground was broken this week on something we've been talking about for probably 2 years now, I believe. Any guesses as to what that might be?
Well, it can't be the grand reopening of Millstream Speedway.
Nope. Ground was broken on Monday of this week for the Lorain, Ohio Kartplex.
Oh, yeah.
Which will be a 37.5-acre motorsports project on Lorain's east side. Chris McCrone, who we've had on the show a couple times here, is the owner of Ohio Motorsports Park, and his associates that have been working on the project for the past 4 years. They've garnered $8 million in private support, $4 million from the city and county to fund the $12 million complex, which includes, first let me mention, it's scheduled to open next May, and will include a 0.82-mile competition track, a 0.43-mile track for rental carts, a 0.35-mile indoor track for electric carts. Also planned will be a restaurant and brewery, an esports arena, an event center, a radio-controlled track, an on-site storage area, a lounge, a motorsports retail store, and a fitness center.
And at some point in the future...
Though, yeah, you noticed the one thing that's not in there that was in the original plans? I believe it was a 3/8 dirt track.
Yeah.
To try and...
Where's that, Scott?
Pull in the World of Outlaws, DAS Energy Sprint Car Series.
Where's that?
It's not in this.
Well,
that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means...
That could be disheartening.
It could be. The original plan was that they were going to get that thing going within months, and the go-kart stuff was going to happen in the first year or two, and then maybe 3 or 4 years down the road, it was going to have the dirt track.
The dirt track, yeah.
Yeah, for full-size cars, so... I don't know.
We can only hope.
Yeah, I'll have to get with that. I got that like 2 minutes before we came on, so I didn't have time to confer with Chris and see where that's at. Rest of the news here. Gene Haas will remain in... wait, we forgot to do this. We can't keep going with the news without doing this.
Latest racing news.
Gene Haas will remain in NASCAR in 2025, but with a different outlook. Of course, you remember
Stuart Haas Racing is
pulled out. It's no more.
Right.
Haas Factory Team, led by Haas, will operate one of Stuart Haas Racing's Cup Series charters next season, as the current iteration of the 4-car program closes its doors upon the conclusion of the 2024 season. The team will additionally operate a 2-car team in the Xfinity Series.
So only 3 of the Cup charters would be for sale.
Correct.
Okay.
The Castro Flow Racing Night in America event that was preempted by rain at Eldora Speedway back before the Dream Weekend on June 5th. They have a new date for that. It's going to be on Wednesday, September 4th, making the 54th annual World 100 weekend a 4-day event. So again, it's going to be like its own standalone deal, but it'll be in conjunction with that show. So that's pretty cool. Ryan Sutter, a dirt car modified racer from Indiana, has announced the formation of Milkman Promotions. You hear about this?
No, I didn't.
You did not?
No.
I thought I told you about it the other day. He is planning to reopen Montpelier Speedway.
Okay.
Now you remember.
Yeah. Yeah. The Milkman Promotions.
Yeah, that threw you off. I didn't tell you that part.
Yeah, okay.
Plans to reopen Montpelier Speedway in Montpelier, Indiana, later in July. He is scheduling approximately 8 races to finish off the 2024 season. More information will be forthcoming, and they have a new Facebook page there as well. I forget what it is, but look up Milkman Facebook page, The Milkman, or Ryan Sutter for that matter. He's got links to
Milkman Promotions, or
I believe so, yeah.
okay.
So, I reached out to him. I heard back we were going to try and get him on the show tonight, but he was a little busy, and we said next week. And spoiler alert, we're not on we're taking next week off because it is the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So maybe the following week we'll talk to
we would
Rudder.
be talking to about nobody on the 4th of July.
Yes. John Force was involved in a fiery 300-mile-an-hour crash on Sunday at the Virginia Nationals at Virginia Motorsports Park. 16-time NRA champ's engine exploded as he crossed the finish line, sending the car out of control and slamming into both side retaining walls. Force was alert and transported to a local medical facility for further evaluation, has remained hospitalized since the crash, and Force released a statement this afternoon stating that he is improving, but still faces a long road ahead. He has been moved from the trauma intensive care unit to the neuro intensive care unit. I guess Force had a head injury there, and that's the primary concern at this point. And, you want to take a look at that? That was a pretty vicious hit. Yeah. It says it wasn't as vicious as a different crash he had, which I guess changed some of the safety rules in drag racing, but yeah, let's take a look at this.
We return you to qualifying coverage of these Play NHRA Virginia Nationals. We wanted to share with you this harrowing footage from the first round of eliminations in Nitro Funny Car. John Force has suffered one of the most significant crashes of his entire legendary career, passing the finish line at 302 miles an hour and making contact with a concrete guard wall at nearly that speed. We will have
that was a hard hit.
Wow. Following this footage, you will tune back in tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern on FS1 to see the full race coverage.
That was probably a hard hit.
Every inch of what has happened to John Force. He did leave the racetrack conscious, speaking to medical officials.
And there's been talk about his retirement. That may hasten that a bit. I don't know.
That would hasten my retirement. Hitting a bug at 300 miles an hour, it hurt.
Well, he's younger than you.
A little.
Hitting a bug at 300 miles an hour. You wouldn't even feel it unless it was a big bug.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You'd feel it.
Whatever. So hopefully everything is okay with it. It's been kind of cryptic this week about his injuries. Today was the first time they mentioned anything about any kind of head injury. So
well, and it was the first time that it's the first time that they said anything about him being released from the intensive care unit. So, and that's good news in itself.
But moved to a different intensive care unit, though.
A trauma unit, yeah.
Well, out of the trauma unit and into where was it? The
neuro.
Yeah, neuro intensive care unit. Either way. He's got a long way to go there. On Tuesday, Joe Gibbs Racing announced, this was like the worst kept secret ever, thanks to, was it Christopher Bell that leaked this? But Joe Gibbs Racing announced Tuesday that Chase Briscoe will replace Martin Truex, who is retiring, in the number 19 Toyota beginning next year.
Surprise.
One of the former Stewart-Haas Racing drivers that will be without a ride next year if it wasn't for that. So there you go. That is it for our
back to the John Force thing. I guess both of his daughters are going to be racing at Norwalk this weekend.
I think I read that at least one of his daughters is not going to be there. She's staying with him at the hospital.
Okay.
He's got 2 daughters that race.
Yeah.
At least one of them is staying with him. I
Okay.
don't know about the other. There will be a John Force Racing presence
Okay.
at Norwalk, but I don't know that any of the forces will actually be there.
Okay. I had read
That was in that press release today.
I
that
had
said
read
the daughter-
earlier that his daughters would be there this weekend, but you probably have better news than I do because I was busy working on someone's trailer all day.
I don't know what you're talking about. Should we try?
Bring your wallet.
Yeah. Should we try
One more time.
Cap here? Hopefully he's not in the middle of nowhere. Maybe I'll shoot him a text. Maybe he'll get that.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask him what phone service he has.
Probably T-Mobile. That's what
Hello, you've reached Cap Henry. Please leave a message and a phone.
That's your favorite, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna shoot him.
That's why I'm not with T-Mobile anymore.
Who's your phone with now?
AT&T. Excellent service. Little pricier, but I can use my phone.
Okay. I think a lot of it depends on where you're at too. Well, you've been out at Oakshade since you switched to AT&T.
Yeah.
They have good service out there?
It's not great service, but it works.
Okay. Yeah, mine's. I haven't found a good one out there, unfortunately. But there. Let's see if we'll move ahead here.
Yeah.
Live programming. Dominator Race Products. They have what you need to be in winner's circle. Dominator with 30 years of experience to put you out front. Check out the plastic color match late model rear spoilers, the ultimate body panels, and hood scoops, radiator fan shrouds, hood pins, dashboards. They got all kinds of things. So you can check them out at DominatorRaceProducts.com, and you can order directly from there, or you can call them as well, 419-923-6970. And the other is you can order it from your local reputable race shops,
Yeah.
such as Ron Miller Race Cars.
Or Dipman Motorsports.
Or even Dipman Motorsports. There you go. Look at that. I have them on there twice. We already did Dipman Motorsports. Victory Fuel is a refreshing and natural hydration alternative that replenishes electrolytes and is packed with vitamins, providing a boost for athletes and individuals on the go. It's in Victory Lane quite a bit, too. I've been noticing there, yeah. It's a perfect way to stay hydrated and energized throughout race day and days when it's like 100 million degrees outside, like last week.
Yeah, last weekend there were a lot of folks hoisting the Victory Fuel.
Yeah. It's free of added coloring, caffeine, and carbonation. It's a great kid-friendly drink. You can get yours online at drinkvictory.com. And be sure to use discount code DOMINATION or Conley Racing, and you'll save 10%. You also help fuel their racing programs. It's also available in some stores, and we got that new flavor coming.
I did a search on it, Scott, and there are quite a few stores that are carrying it. I was surprised.
I have to
Pretty cool.
update the copy here there.
Yeah.
Purple Potion, new flavor coming out. I'm looking forward to that. We got to get that. I like grape.
I'm happy with Lucky Lemon, but, purple's good.
Purple Potion. There you go. No Hammer Down hotline this week. Nobody called. Nobody texted. It was very lonely. 419-318-3081. Call or text anytime, day or night.
Scott stays up nights waiting for people to call.
Yeah.
And it's got to be rough being neglected like that, Scott.
I'll get over it somehow. So, should we try Cap again, or should we just go and do some how many here?
Yeah.
Yes to what? Call Cap or do how many?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll try. We'll just keep bugging him here until. The only thing I can think of is he must be on his way back from Missouri, and he's probably in the middle of nowhere land. We're blowing up his phone. Yeah, it's still not ringing. It does that.
Yeah.
Hello, you've reached Cap Henry. Please leave a message.
Straight to voicemail thing. That's probably got to be. He's probably in a bad service. All right, we'll give him a little bit more time here. We'll do how many, and then we'll give him another attempt here. So last week's how many was how many tracks on the Big D's racing menu would cancel due to heat. That number was 1. You said 3. Mike Young, who was in the studio last week, said 4, and I said 2. We've been using this camera all night. Let's just
What?
let's go to these. Here we go.
Okay.
So yeah, so I was closest. The actual number was 1,
And you
which was
said
Lima.
2.
Yep. And we had a little bit of a tie with our listeners here. 7 folks guessed
Ooh.
1. So we're going to spend
Those are going to be some small slices.
They're not that bad, really. So guessing 1 was, of course, Don Henry, Bill Daniels, Ohio Sports Splits,
Ooh.
Steve Schloes, Doug Frost, Scott Warner, and Triangles.
Triangles?
That was a YouTube entry.
I thought.
I know who Triangles is.
I
He shares the same last name as me.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had somebody by that name a couple weeks ago.
Probably. I
Maybe
think
we
it was the
did-
same one.
Maybe we discussed it then.
Yeah. I think he's found a workaround for the system where he can get 2 guesses in by putting one in our Facebook comments and one in the YouTube comments.
Is that
And we talked about
was
putting
that past tech?
I don't know. Should we make a rule change? Issue a rule change?
I don't know.
I mean, we'll let it go for this week, but for next week.
Yeah. 2 entries.
All right, next week we'll cut it down. We'll go next week. You'll get black flag for that. We'll cut it down. So either on YouTube or on Facebook you can enter.
Okay.
So we'll cut out that loophole. This is the last time loophole happened. So here we go. We're gonna click to choose our winner here. When should I spin it? Should I wait till it gets on a particular name here?
Go.
All right. I did, but nothing happened. All right, try again.
Go.
There we go.
Green flag. Don
Henry. Dean's brother. Congratulations, Don. You have yourself Big D's Pizza. Somebody's excited there. Big cheer. So congratulations. You are this week's winner, Don Henry. And you can talk to Dean, figure that out. Work that out. Got a message here from Bob, actually on the Hammer Down hotline. Brittany Force will not be at Norwalk Raceway Park this weekend. The 3rd team member, Austin Prock, is expected, and current Funny Car points leader. So Brittany will not be there.
Right.
Okay. Thank you for that update there, Bob.
I think somebody posted it on the comments too. So Doug Frost.
Well, he's on top of stuff here. Way to go, Doug.
We might have to hire him.
All right. This week's how many? And depending on whether or not we get a hold of Cap here before we wrap things up, could influence this week's how many. You ready to see what it is?
I think I know.
You do? There it is.
How many comments?
Total on this broadcast on the Facebook Live by Monday, July 8th. Remember, there's no show next week.
Right.
By 3 p.m. Here's the kicker. The cutoff to get your guess in is going to be, I don't know, before that. Let's say Sunday at 3 p.m. But people can still comment on it, and that number could change between Sunday at 3 p.m. and Monday at 3 p.m. So, and I have no idea what that's going to be. Ron's taking calls. It's one of those shows. Okay, well, we're going to continue on.
I think I've got one, but we're in the middle of our podcast.
Put him down. So put your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live or YouTube Live, one or the other, not both. If you do both, you will be black flagged, and we wouldn't want that. So how many comments total? Got to get your guess in. Oh, I'm sorry, I turned you down.
I didn't recognize the phone number, and I was hoping maybe it was
Cap calling you?
But no.
Yeah, so either a Facebook Live or YouTube Live broadcast, put your guess in the comments. You have until Sunday, July 7th. Yeah, that'd be the day before the 8th. July 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time as to how many comments will be on this post for our Facebook Live here.
Right.
By Monday at 3. So somebody could go and put a guess for like 300, and then put a whole bunch of comments after the cutoff to get it up to 300.
Hi, hello.
But then somebody else could put some comments there just to mess them up. Yeah, you don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. But I have to choose first, apparently.
Yes, you do.
All right.
And you're stalling.
I am, because I didn't have the comments open to see what everybody else is guessing. 850. For reference, I'll give you a reference. Typically, there's about 100 to 150 comments when I check for the winner of the how many from the previous week. So, yeah. So 186 may have. I'm going to go with... And, of course, your guesses count to that total number of
yes, they do.
Comments. I don't know. I want to go...
Everybody's guess but ours, Scott.
I know. A, B, C. There you go. He's working on his 850 there. Gonna go through the alphabet. You know what? It also no. I guess I don't. Usually I have to go through all the comments to find all the guesses, but it shows like the total number. So as long as I look Monday at 3, I don't have to go through all the comments. So there can be. I don't care. Go post away. Whatever. 142. I'm gonna go with that.
Oh,
I'm not feeling optimistic.
I think you're way low, Scott.
So you're going to go 143?
Absolutely.
It's probably a good one. All right. That's fair.
You want an exact number? 213, but
213.
But that's just an auxiliary guess.
And again, this is just the Facebook live comments. This does not include the YouTube comments. Dwayne Hancock says 189. All right. Shall we give Cap a call again? And Dwayne, if you have Cap's number, try and get a hold of him.
Please.
I think he might be in a poor coverage area.
Or if you have somebody that might be traveling with him.
Yeah.
Give them a call. Oh, it's not looking good, Scott.
Nope, I don't hear the ring.
It's that long pause before it rings.
It just says dialing. Oh, there's a ring. But we did have the long pause. What was that? That's not even your call's been forwarded to voicemail. That's just a...
It's a dropped call, Scott. He's in a dead area.
All right, well, just to double check things, let's make sure it's not my phone. I'm calling you. Yeah, that seems to work just fine.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi, Scott.
Yeah, hi. All right, so our phone is working. That's good. All right. Well, how about we do our Big D's
DCR.
Pizza racing menu, and then we'll try them again.
Okay.
Let's pop this off there. And, yeah, if you're interested in that drawing... Oh, you know what? I forgot to do this. For the Hammer Down Dirt Track Racing game, car design, either a modified or a late model from DCR Graphics. Hashtag DCR. Put that in the comments of our Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. Dean's calling him. Dwayne's calling. We got everybody trying to call him now. So, and if you did put in hashtag DCR already, go ahead and put it in again just to make sure we get you, because I forgot to click the start collecting comments there. So you have some time to get in on that drawing. In the meantime, we're going to look ahead at 2 weeks worth of racing. Again, we are off next week because it is the 4th of July holiday, and we just need a break, really, is pretty much it. So
This weekend's Big D's Pizza Racing Menu.
tomorrow night, Friday, Toledo Speedway. I got a message from Hamby over there.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure we talked about this. The Auto Value Open Wheel Special featuring the 500 Sprint Car Series. Some pretty recognizable names in that. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but big event there. Also the Midwest Modified Tour, Late Model Sportsman in action, and Factory Stocks. That's Toledo Speedway. Gates open at 4:30 Friday. Racing at 7. General admission $26, and that is actually on Dirt Vision.
I saw that.
Yeah, so that will be broadcast on Dirt Vision. They may need to change their name from Dirt Vision to Racing Vision. I don't know, because they're not just dirt anymore. Lima Land Motorsports Park.
I see split screen being an issue. or being a benefit.
Oh, you mean watching multiple things?
Oh, yeah.
I gotcha. Lima Land tomorrow night. They were heated out last week, so hopefully they'll be back in action tomorrow. We'll have the weekend weather pit stop forecast. Can you do an extended one for the following weekend, too?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be totally accurate. It's the Mark Streaker Memorial Meet the Drivers Night at Lima Land, featuring the UMP Modifieds, Thunderstocks, USAC D2 Midgets, and the Dirt Track Truck Series. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:30. Bless you.
Thank you.
General admission is $12. Again, that's tomorrow night. And finally, Attica Raceway Park, Smith Family Foods, Columbus Equipment Night, featuring the 410 Sprints, late models, and 305s. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:45. General admission $20 there at Attica Raceway Park. Saturday, Lorraine Raceway Park. They were going to race this weekend.
Right.
And this is right this week. I made sure. But due to the anticipated rain, Lorraine Raceway Park officials have postponed this weekend's Trident Stock Car Nationals until September 6th and 7th.
Ooh, that's moving it out a ways.
Yeah. So, and there's, I guess, a little spoiler alert for this weekend's weather pit stop for Saturday. Flat Rock Speedway. Jack LED Autograph Night, featuring the Outlaw Super Late Models, Figure 8 Street Stocks. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7 p.m. General admission $15 there. Fremont Speedway, Commercial Glazing Open Wheel Shootout, Fast 410s, 305 Sprints, USAC Midwest Thunder Midgets, double feature for them too, makeup from June 8th. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7, general admission $20. So no dirt trucks this weekend.
Right.
Sandusky Speedway, $1 admission night once again with the Pure Stocks, Renegades, and Beginner Stocks, and the All-American Iron Series. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:30. $1 admission there, as I just mentioned. Angola Motorsports Speedway, it's a Fab 4 Show Kids Bike Giveaway night, featuring late models, modified street stocks, and front-wheel drives. Gates open at 3, racing at 7. General admission $15. Oakshade, double features for those Dominator Super Stocks, plus late models, DCR graphics, and compacts all in action. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30. General admission $15. Butler Motor Speedway, a 4-in-1 show with 410 Sprints, modified street stocks, 4 cylinders. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30. General admission $15. Those all Saturday, and may come into question with the weather. And again, you'll get an update on that here shortly. Dean went straight.
He called, went straight to voicemail.
Yeah, so. And Dwayne can't get, so it's not just us then, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Continuing on. Looking ahead to Wednesday of next week, July 3rd.
Ooh.
A lot of people have July 4th off, just like us, which is Thursday. But
Is it a paid holiday for us?
Yeah, you'll get the exact same pay that you get.
That's pretty cool.
July 3rd, Waynesfield Raceway Park. It's the Jack Hewitt Classic, featuring the Boss Sprints, the Great Lakes Super Sprints, USAC Midwest Thunder Midgets. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30. General admission $22 for that midweek show there at Waynesfield Raceway Park. Looking ahead to next weekend, the following weekend, July 5th, on Friday, Lima Land Motorsports Park, Firecracker Friday, tribute to Tim Allison with the GLSS Sprints, UMP Modifieds Thunderstocks. Gates at 5, racing at 7:30. Attica Raceway Park, Sutton Bank, Heidelberg Material Fan Appreciation Night. Again, that's Friday, July 5th. And that's going to be an AFCS 410 sprint show. Late models and AFCS 305s. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:45. General admission $15, and open pits to meet the drivers. And it'll be $1 hot dogs and 50-cent popcorn that night for the fan appreciation night. Saturday, July 6th. This is a week from this coming Saturday now. Fremont Speedway, it's Roots Poultry Night with the AFCS 410s and AFCS 305 sprints. Dirt trucks back in action as well. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7. And general admission $20 there at Fremont Sandusky Speedway. 7th annual Renegade Rumble with the Renegades, Beginner Stocks, and All-American Iron. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:30. General admission $15. Oakshade Raceway, it'll be double features for the DCR Graphics Sportsman and the Compacts. Those are the makeup features from, I believe, June 8th. And that, assuming we don't get rained out this weekend, we'll bring everything back up to date. Excuse me. Plus, the vintage American race cars will be in action in addition to a full show on Saturday, July 6th at Oakshade. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30, general admission $15. Angola Motorsports Speedway. It's Shepherds presents Vors Compact Touring Series, plus late models, modifieds, front-wheel drives, factory Fords. That is Saturday, July 6th. I don't have times or general admission amounts on that, so you look that up. And Butler Motor Speedway, again, on Saturday, July 6th, 4-cylinder Frenzy, featuring 410 Sprints, modified street stocks, 4 cylinders, 500 to win.
Ooh.
For that. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30, general admission $15 at Butler. And one other note, just because it'll be the same night as our next show, it's Summer Nationals at Butler.
Ooh.
That Thursday night. If it's
Cool.
8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, 2 days before Oakshade. So it'd be July 11th at Butler will be the UMP Summer Nationals with the late models and modifieds. If you still had your late model, would you go to that?
Probably.
Fair enough. And that is what's happening around here locally. We'll get to your national series here in just a moment. What are we looking at for our weekend weather pit stop?
Scott, Friday looks great. No problems at all.
Like today, except a little warmer?
Yep. Saturday, it's going to start raining in the morning, and it's going to be kind of heavy early in the morning. Looks like afternoon is going to be spotty showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but I'm thinking everything is going to be out by like 3:30. Might be too late.
Just before everybody, just before the gates open everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not real optimistic, but like all storms, they could come
Things
through a little
change.
bit. They could come through a little bit earlier. So make sure you check with your local racetrack and get somewhere.
If we see the updates here, I'll share them as well on our Hammer Down Racing Report social media. But yeah, make sure to follow your track social media. Check it.
I don't expect it to be a complete washout, but it
may affect some tracks.
Absolutely.
From what I saw, it didn't. There could be some pretty big storms. It sounds like mostly, I think, east of Toledo.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Hopefully we don't end up with a Husitz-like thing.
Scott,
although yesterday was pretty crazy.
I looked at the weather map this morning, and it's just...
Guess who's calling?
Oh, my.
It's Cap Henry. All right. We'll get back to that. Yeah. Mr. Henry.
I'm sorry, I got busy at the shop and I forgot.
Oh, we figured you were on your way back from Missouri and we're in a dead zone or something.
No, I've been at the shop getting the 33 car ready to go, and I forgot all about it. I finally took my phone out of my pocket, and I went, oh, shit.
Well, it's all right. You got some time now? We're still going here.
Yeah,
so.
I can do it right now.
All right. Well, you're live, so we're good.
Okay.
We appreciate you calling. I think we had Dwayne Hancock reaching out to you and Dean Henry trying to get a hold of you, so apologize for blowing up your phone there.
No, you're fine. It's like I said, totally my fault. I got to the shop, started working on stuff, and I forgot all about it.
Well, let's start off by talking about how things went last night at Lake Ozark with the Kubota High Limit Series. You pulled off during the heat race. What happened?
A power steering line running from the pump to the wing valve, actually, the line cracked. So I knew it was cracked when I lined up for the heat race. I saw the fluid coming out of it and was just going to try and see if I could make it into the A. And as soon as we took the green, I stepped on the throttle and realized I had no power steering. So at that point, I just slowed down and got out of the way. Well,
and then you started at the back of the C main, and you made your way through a lot of the field. Just came up, a couple positions short from transferring into the B then. Do you think you might have had something if you could have gotten into the A?
So we actually used a provisional, and I went 25th to 14th in the A.
Oh, son of a bitch. I went to bed because I didn't think you were in it. I watched the B, and I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, so I was, I'm considered one of the full-time midweek money cars, so I used a provisional, and we went 25th to 14th.
Nice.
Well, congratulations on that.
It was
thank you.
A lot of Corey Day went from 15th to the win. So I guess.
Yeah, normally plus 11 would be good for hard charger, but I think their Corey Day went plus 14, PPM went plus 14, and we went plus 11. So still not good enough.
That was the first time I think I've watched that track. Is that a fun track?
Yeah, usually it's pretty neat. That's last night was different than I've seen it before. I actually won a race there in 2021, finished second there once in 2021, and we finished second there in 2022 also. So somewhere I've run good before. It was a little bit different last night. It was a little bit rougher to start off, and then they changed the track since I'd last been there. It used to have an infield berm around it, and now the berm's gone. They just have tires laid out, so the shape was a little bit different, but it's still pretty neat racetrack.
Cool. Well, let's move back to this past weekend at Saturday Night Fremont. You're challenging Sabo there for the win. What happened there before you ended up upside down?
At the end of the day, it was just two guys trying really hard to win the race. He was trying to defend, and I was trying to be on the offensive and get through. And unfortunately for us, I was just the one that didn't make it through. And that's about all I can. That's at the end of the day. That's what happened.
It just looked to me like two guys racing for the same piece of real estate. No big deal. It happens.
Yeah, I was a little bit frustrated when it happened, obviously. Not so much that I lost, but more that our car got tore up. But, at the end of the day, if the roles were reversed, I'm sure how you would feel how I did. So it is what it is.
So you started off the year, and it seemed like it wasn't the old Cap Henry. Then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks ago, you were on fire. What changed?
Zach and Doug Berryman just been working really hard on our shock package, and Zach's been working really hard on the cars, just trying to. We kind of felt that the tires changed from what we had in the fall to the beginning of the year, and it just kind of we were off. I felt really uncomfortable in the cars, and we were either really fast or we didn't even belong racing,
and that was obvious.
Yeah. And it's Zach's worked hard to fix that. And I feel like now he's got a pretty good package figured out to where I'm pretty confident in the car again. And even if it's off, I can, we're back to being able to manage it, still race it. But yeah, just off with the tire change, and took a little bit of time to get back on top of it.
You had a very successful speed week.
Yeah. Speedweek, that was one of those weeks that you always hoped for. Always tried really hard to put those together in the past, and it just didn't work out. And I was really proud of the guys. Chris and Chad and Jeff and Gary, and obviously Zach worked really hard, and we had a really good week. Won 2 races. We had 2 seconds, 2 thirds, a 5th, and a 17th Wayne County. So it was a very successful week.
Yeah, you were one of only 2 drivers to make all 8 features. So, it was a pretty competitive speed week there. Picked up the win, a couple wins there, Attica and Millstream. How excited were you to become the speed week champion this year?
I was really excited. A lot of people were playing it up after winning Attica, that we had a pretty good odds at winning it. And we had led the beginning of the week so many times and just never finished higher than 4th in the points. So I didn't want to get too excited too early. But, going into the comic, when we kind of realized that all we had to do was make the A main to lock it up, I was pretty excited. It's a really big deal to me. Being from Ohio and having toured with the All-Stars for so many years, just seeing how excited the fans got, all the traveling cars that would come in, it got hyped up so much every year that to finally win it truly meant a lot to me.
How cool was it to win in front of that huge crowd at the reopening of Millstream?
That was really cool. I had led Ohio Speedweek race there and kind of got crashed out of it leading. So to win one this time was pretty redeeming. The track was pretty technical, pretty challenging there, with tires getting knocked out, it get dusty. But to win, and then, just all the amount of people there, that made it even better.
Yeah, that was a huge crowd there. Was it Speed Week really much different with the fast sanctioning as opposed to the All-Stars in years past?
It was a little bit different, and everybody expected that. the fast officials. They don't have it as officials, so it's a little bit different. You don't scale. There's not really any tech. So it's just different. I don't know if it's any better or worse. They use the same format, so to me, it still very much has the same feel. And I think it's one of those deals as the Fast Series continues to grow that, it can probably be more like what it used to be. But I also thought that the Speedweek this week definitely had a different feel, just that there wasn't so many national guys, but there was so many really good, Ohio guys, or, you had Dietrich. And you just had so many guys that were maybe guys that in the past, the way Speedweek ran, didn't really get a chance to shine. I thought it gave a really good opportunity for Danny Sams to shine.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought it was, I thought it went as good as it possibly could have.
And there were huge car counts at a lot of those shows as well. So, I mean, it definitely was pulling in the cars.
Yeah, I think to an extent it helped get some of the guys that normally wouldn't run a lot of races to come run more, because you weren't competing against, national teams that had, the really big budgets. So I think that helped. Time will tell, see which direction it goes, but I think it's going to be okay.
So this is your second season running locally with Jeff Ward Motorsports. Things like Ron had said, had been turning around for you in recent weeks. So you got your third win of the season Friday at Attica there. Has there been any talks yet about a third season with Jeff Ward Motorsports, or is it too early in the season to even talk about that?
I think the plans right now is just to continue what we're doing. We haven't really talked about it, but there hasn't been any talks about not doing it either. So, I think that goes hand in hand. As far as I can tell, Jeff's pretty happy. He keeps investing in the race team, which is really important. He's done a lot of really cool things. He's put together a new engine for us this year. He's redone his mule where it's very, it's got the nice box on it like you see a lot of top teams have. And like I said, he just continues to invest. He bought a new trailer over the winter. So I don't see Jeff just wanting to stop at the end of the year, and we'll see what happens.
And I'm pretty sure after Speedweek, Cap Henry's pleased with the program.
Yeah, I've never been this pleased with our program, our team. Maybe just pleased with performances, but knew it wasn't a lack of effort or a lack of trying. Just kind of had to find what worked for us again, and I'm pretty confident that we've headed in the right direction.
So what are your major goals you want to accomplish for the remainder of this season?
I'll be honest, I don't really have any. At this point, it's just to go out and run as well as we can, and just win races when we can. And unfortunately, we've tore up a lot of equipment this year, so I'd like to try and minimize that the rest of the season, and just see what happens.
How hurt was the car after Saturday?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that good, but top wing, nose wing, front axle, rear axle, fork tube, stuff like that. I think maybe one wheel. The frame was okay, the engine was okay. So the vitals were good.
You ready? I'm assuming we'll see you back at Attica and Fremont this weekend.
Yeah, we're good to go. That's why I didn't call in. I was finishing building repairs to make sure that we had all our equipment ready to go. And we'll be back at Attica. Planned Attica Friday night, and then Fremont Saturday. Fremont has the Makeup Fast feature plus the complete Fast show. So that's what our goal is.
So, and if another Fremont championship, Attica championship, AFCS championship happen to land in your lap at the end of the season, that you'd be okay with that, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd love to do that. We're not in the greatest position to try and pull some of those off. Attica, I think, may be doable, but AFCS and Fremont at this point is going to be pretty hard. That crash Saturday night kind of hurt us in the AFCS. It wasn't just that one crash that hurt us. We had some poor performances beginning of the year at Attica. AFCS shows, I think we missed a feature that was an AFCS race. So, just those combined factors, we just we started the year off so poor that it was it's hard to overcome that. Not that it's unachievable, but it's definitely there's going to be some outside factors to help us out too.
Any more traveling? You gonna be running more high limit series?
Yeah, there's a handful of high limit races left. At this point, I think I run that car again until October. But we're going to do some stuff with the 33W car also. We're at least probably going to go to the final 2 nights of Team Royal. The plan is to take the 33W car and go run the Knoxville National. So there's possibly some other things. Might depending on what happens, might see us kind of bounce around on some Saturday shows and maybe not attempt to go for the Fremont title. Just kind of see what happens.
Well, that's kind of cool. And how can people follow you? The best place, Cap Henry Racing on Facebook?
Yeah, Cap Henry Racing on Facebook. There's Cap Henry Racing on X. And obviously I have Instagram. That's the best way to follow and see what we're going to be doing.
Very good. You're not like Rusty Schlenk, who wakes up in the morning and then decides where he's going to go, though. You actually plan a couple days ahead.
Yeah, we try to plan at least a few days ahead. There's a lot of factors for everybody to get where we got to go, so we try not to be too harsh on them.
Cool. Well, we appreciate you giving us some time here tonight, even if it was a little late, though. And we wish you luck this weekend, and hopefully you can get a couple W's.
Before we let you go, the guys that help you want to talk about them and any
sponsors?
Any sponsors?
Yeah, of course. Premier Planning Services, Elliot's Custom Trailer, Ohio Logistics, Jeff Ward Demolition, Primal Tea Shop, Fremont Auto Parts, Napa, Drift Racing Engines, Just Laser Racing Products, STS Gearbox, King Racing Products, FK Rodden, Simpson, the Tony Elliott Foundation. Very grateful for all those people that help us get to the races and keep us supplied with parts. Doug Berryman's been a huge asset this year, just helping us get our shock program as good as we can. And just grateful for all those people that to continue to let us do this.
Cool. Did you have fun talking to Don Radeball, the history mystery guy, on what was that? That was Saturday at Fremont.
Yeah, it was a really fun interview to do. He did a really neat job on that, and I thought that was pretty cool. I appreciated him doing that.
Yeah, Don's a good guy. We like him.
Yep.
Good luck again this weekend, Cap, and again, we appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for working with me being so late.
Yeah, no problem.
Get back to work.
Yeah, we'll do. Bye, guys.
All right, see you.
Thanks.
There you go. Finally, it was late, but better late than never.
Worth the wait, Scott.
There you go. And we're just about to wrap things up anyways. Just some other series action that's coming up over this weekend and next. The Kubota High Limit Racing Series will be running the Diamond Classic at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri tomorrow and Saturday. World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will be running the Independent Spectacular at Cedar Lake Speedway on Friday and Saturday. Then it's the Jim J.B. Boyd Memorial at Beaver Dam Raceway in Wisconsin on Wednesday, July 10th. World of Outlaw Case Construction Late Model Series action. They'll be at I-94. Nope, they won't. Nope, that was canceled. That's tonight. That was the breaking news. But River City Speedway in North Dakota tomorrow night, Friday night. Norman County Raceway in Ada, Minnesota on Saturday, June 29th. And Gopher 50 at Deer Creek Speedway in Spring Valley, Minnesota on Thursday through Saturday, July 4th through the 6th. So they're making their Minnesota swing. What?
Just looking through the alphabet.
We're just lost the L. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in the comments, there's an alphabet going on. It's very exciting. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Independence 50 at Portsmouth Raceway Park, Friday, July 5th. That is not this Friday, next Friday. And then it's the Freedom 60 at Muskegon County Speedway in Dresden, Ohio on Saturday.
That's their Ohio swing.
Yeah. ARCA Menard Series action, the Berlin ARCA 200 at Berlin Raceway on Saturday, June 29th. That'll be at 9:30 p.m. on FS1. Somebody's mowing outside. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, Rackley Roofing 200 at Nashville Super Speedway, Friday night, 8 p.m. on FS1. That's tomorrow night. NASCAR Xfinity Series will be running the Tennessee Lottery 250 at Nashville Super Speedway on Saturday. That'll be at 5 p.m. on USA. And then it's going to be the Loop 110 on the Chicago Street Race circuit there on Saturday, July 6th.
Ooh.
Cup Series this weekend is the Ally 400 at Nashville Super Speedway. That'll be Sunday at 3:30 on NBC. And then the following weekend, Grant Park 165 on the Chicago Street Race course on Sunday, July 7th. That'll also be on NBC. NTT IndyCar Series action. The Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio. That's going to be Sunday, July 7th, 1:30 on NBC. Dirt Car Summer Nationals. There's a lot of this over the next few weeks. Herald and Review 100 at Macon Speedway tonight. Tomorrow it's Farmer City Speedway, Highland Speedway in Highland, Illinois on Saturday. Then it's off to Red Hill Raceway on Sunday, June 30th. Old Number 1 Speedway in Harrisburg, Arkansas on Tuesday, July 2nd. Benton Speedway in Benton, Missouri on Wednesday, July 3rd. Riverside International Speedway on the 4th of July, next Thursday.
Where's Riverside?
Riverside, he didn't.
Don't know.
I don't have that. Paducah International Raceway. Yeah, I don't think it's the Riverside that's in California.
Yeah,
that's what you're thinking of. Yeah. Paducah International Raceway in Paducah, Kentucky. That will be on Friday, July 5th. Clarksville Speedway in Clarksville, Tennessee on Saturday, July 6th. Tri-State Speedway in Illinois there on Sunday, July 7th. Shady Hill Speedway in Indiana on Tuesday, July 9th. Hartford Speedway in Hartford, Michigan on Wednesday, July 10th. Is that the only? I think that's the only Michigan show for the Summer Nationals. And then, as we mentioned, Butler, the following night, July 11th. So I guess that is Michigan too, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, Scott.
Yeah, 2 Michigan dates there. And finally, Castrol Flow Racing Night in America. That'll be coming up on Monday, July 8th at Lincoln Speedway in Lincoln, Illinois. That is that's
a lot of racing.
Extended, well, covering 2 weekends since we're off next week. Big D's Pizza Racing menu.
Summer Nationals puts a lot of dates out there
does.
anyway.
Well, they race every single night as well. That's going to be wrapping up, too. That finishes up then that following weekend after Butler. Is there a Friday show for that? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, gotta be.
But then there's Oakshade on Saturday and then Wayne County on Sunday. And then I think there might be one makeup race the following week, one of the rainouts.
But I don't think that's points.
I don't think so either. I think the points will be determined at Wayne County on that Sunday. So how about we draw for...
Hashtag DCR.
Yes. For 3 in Michigan. Friday after Butler. Riverside Speedway is in West Memphis, Arkansas.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
Oh, boy.
Hashtag DCR. If you haven't put that in, now is the time to do that. Looks like you got about a 1 in 10 chance to win that video game design. And again, if you're not interested in the video game, then don't. If you're not going to get a hold of Dale to get that designed, then don't do that. Don't put it in. Dean, do you play video games?
I'll bet he does.
He might. I don't know. All right, let's draw for the DCR Graphics video game car design. Again, it's a late model or modified. It's one of the cars that the AI or you can control within that game.
Right.
That's coming out in November. The Hammer Down Dirt Track Racing game. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Drawing for that design. And if you win, you have 1 week to get in contact with Dale at DCR Graphics. And his number is scrolling at the bottom of the screen here. So, and we also mentioned it earlier. Or you can just go to DCR Graphics on Facebook, get a hold of them that way. Here we go. Drawing for the video game car design. Who's it going to be? Karen Van Pelt. She wants to come on the show, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I told her.
Okay.
We'll get her on right after when she wins her next feature win. We'll have her on.
All right.
So she's already a winner here. She's got the virtual car design. Again, you choose a late model or a modified, and that'll be put in the game, courtesy of DCR Graphics. Again, that's the Hammer Down Dirt Track Racing game. So, Karen, get a hold of Dale Cole within a week and get your car designed.
DCR Graphics on Facebook.
And that was, I believe that's the last one. Yeah. And again, if you haven't, didn't win and you want a car design, time's running out on it, you can still do that. It's $20. He'll design a car, and that'll be in the game for you then when it comes out in November. But you have until, I think he said, the middle of July. So time is running out on that. I'll find out exactly here.
Scott, the 4th of July is the unofficial middle of summer. It doesn't seem possible.
July 15th is the cutoff.
Okay. That's the middle of July.
That is the middle of July. And you said July 4th, the middle of summer?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take a break and not be here for the middle of the summer, I guess.
We'll be somewhere, though.
Well, we will be somewhere, yeah. So that is it for this strange edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report. Never really know what's going to happen.
Thanks to Cap Henry for checking in with us. Yeah,
definitely. Thanks to our associate producer, Dave Kemmer, contributors John Young, Matt Swander, Bob Stazak. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or X, whatever we're calling it now. Follow us on YouTube, listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Don't forget to check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. That's also where you can submit your results for us to report on. If you're part of the Hammer Down Racing Army, click on that link in the menu and find out more about it there, too, if you want to become part of it. All it costs you is a sticker to put on your race car. Or your normal car. I don't care. You put it on your minivan, and you report where you finished coming home from work. Until that gets out of hand, then we'll probably stop that. But make sure to rate and review us, share us with your friends. Just don't rate this show. Rate us on other shows.
Now, this was a fun show, Scott.
Thanks to our sponsors, DCR Graphics. Support these guys. DCR Graphics, Dominator Race Products, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars. I keep inhaling when I swallow. It doesn't work. Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dimmon Motorsports, Magic Moment Entertainment. Again, only 3 more days to save $100 by mentioning Hammer Down Racing Report. That offer good through the end of June. And Victory Fuel, of course, keeping us hydrated while we do the show. It's the last. That's it.
The last swallow.
It made it to the end. Like you said, thanks to Cap Henry. Again, no show next week. Again, it's the 4th of July. We'll be watching fireworks or something.
Yeah. Or something.
So we will be back in 2 weeks, which is the 11th of July.
Your math is getting much better,
I know.
Scott.
I kind of remembered that from just a little bit ago. So we'll see you back here, 7 o'clock, July 11th. Have a great Independence Day holiday. Whatever you do, just don't blow up your fingers or anything, or your ears, because then you wouldn't be able to listen to the show.
Be careful. Don't do anything stupid. Don't drink and drive on July 4th. Or
ever. Yeah. Especially at the track. I don't want to deal with that crap.
That's it.
So we'll see you. Be safe. We're out.
Thanks for listening, folks.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.